Dylan wanted me to limp in here with this cane, and I told him no, I'm not doing that. But we will talk about the best position to carry a firearm if you need to use a cane to get around. First, gun giveaway. This gun giveaway is happening right now. It is absolutely free, but it ends really soon. So click the link in the description down below to see which brand new gun you could win. Now, if you need to use a cane to get around and you want to carry a firearm to protect yourself, first of all, remember that you can also use the cane to protect yourself. Swing it, poke people with it, knock them out of your way. That cane can help you. But if you're carrying your gun and you're using your cane to get around, you need to make some changes, possibly, to make sure that you can carry the gun effectively, not only carry it, but draw it effectively. Now, if you're using the cane on your strong side, on the side where your gun is resting, whether it be on 4 o'clock or hip carry or appendix carry or something like that, and you're using the cane on that side, understand you will need to practice and train to transition that cane to your other hand, help you with your balance, and then engage with your firearm. But stop and think for a minute. You got one hand on a cane, one hand reaching for your gun. How are you going to clear that cover garment? You need to practice accessing that firearm with one hand, lifting up the shirt, pushing the coat or vest out of the way, something of that nature. This is all a training issue. I can't tell you the one best way because I don't know every single person who is watching this. I don't know their own specific infirmity or how they're using this cane to get around. So it is an area where you are going to have to practice and you're going to have to make some trade-offs and some changes in what you're doing every day. Now, again, if you're holding that cane with your strong hand, that's going to be the hand you're grabbing the gun with. So maybe you want to transition that cane, or maybe you want to work, if you can, using the cane in your offhand, your other strong hand, so you can get to your gun. A shoulder holster might be a good option for something like that because it keeps the gun close at hand up here where you can get to it. And if you're leaning on your cane, you can still get to your firearm. But again, all this comes from your own training and your own individual needs and how and what you are carrying with you for self-defense. And don't overlook the idea that your cane can also be a very effective self-defense tool to help you get some distance so you can keep that person at bay, strike them once or twice with the cane, and then move to get a hold of your firearm. And this is something people may not want to talk about, but understand this. If you're using a cane to get around, there's a very good likelihood that you will be shooting from the ground, that you will be in a compromised position, because if you fall down, if the cane isn't there, if you had to use the cane to hit the bad guy and suddenly you lose your balance, you want to make sure that you can access your firearm and fire effectively from these compromised positions. Yes, this is very difficult to train for if you're already required to use a cane to get around, but it's something you need to think about. Maybe have a friend or family member help you to the ground so that you can practice firing from prone or supine or any of the other compromised positions while you're down on the ground. This is something that you should practice and learn to do before you are required to do it. This is very important, and it's stuff that you need to think about. If you're using a cane to help you get around and suddenly that cane is missing, you might end up down on the ground and you might be fighting for your life from the ground. Then it's really good to have a firearm and really good to be able to get those rounds on target from that compromised position. So there is no one size fits all idea of what you're going to do if you're also using a cane to help you get around. You're going to need to figure it out for yourself, practice, and again, dry fire training might work very well. Take all the bullets out of the gun, take all the bullets out of the room in which you are training, grab your cane, grab your gun, your holster, and figure out for yourself how you can best get that gun into play. There's no one size fits all operation here. You're going to have to do this on your own. Do you carry with a round in the chamber? Because if you don't, you need to watch this video right next to me, because it's dangerous not to, and I'll explain why. Yes, you should carry with one in the chamber.